Rebecca Lowe alongside French World Cup winner Thierry Henry, Sweden's all-time top scorer Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We don't say that enough, Zlatan. We need to say that more. And US Soccer Hall of Famer Alexi Lalas. Gentlemen, welcome. Let's go deep, shall we, into the highlights from the game we've already seen. The first match on this Sunday, Spain against Saudi Arabia. Yes. 10 minutes on the clock.
The first goal, Oyarzabal going on the side, delivering an outstanding cross, second post, for Lamine Yamal, and he finally has arrived at the World Cup with this goal, making Spain one of the favorites.
Then you have a set piece here from Spain, little fumble there, shot by Olmo, gets deflected, Laporta good header, fully controlled by Oyarzabal, and puts it in the net. Looks easy, but it's not easy. And he was not done there. So we have another cross here, beautiful cross. Olmo gets the pass, and when you're in the right position, you just have to focus and tap at him.
Yeah, Oyarzabal, keep in mind, he didn't touch the ball for the first 30 minutes of the first game they played. Now, he's going for a hat trick. Oh, outside of the left foot, right out the crossbar, having himself a day. And we can continue on. Lots of changes at halftime. The job was done. Cucurella at the far post. Oh, he gets all of this. He wants this. He wants a World Cup goal. Unfortunately, it's going to go to own goal. But still, 4-0. Easy day for España.
Some selfies with Lamine. Let's take a closer look at his day, shall we, Thierry, with your love of football.
He must have been with his dad on the call.
Oh, right, yeah, maybe on FaceTime.
But look at this. Look at how, he missed a lot, yes, okay, but he scored. And what it is he has done that only in 1 half.
He was active.
He was very active. That looks nice, huh?
It looks good. We like that.
I think he likes to cut inside to his left. I mean...
well, yeah.
You mean you look good there, or
no,
shots?
No, he looks good. Lamine Yamal.
You look good too, buddy.
No, our time is gone, long gone.
It's a perfect day, though, that they can take him out at half-time as well. He did his job. He showed us everyone who maybe didn't know before, if they didn't, who he is, and then he gets to rest.
Yes, to rest, that's exactly what you need. If you're a coach, like I said before, you want everybody to participate. You want everyone to almost have a goal and an assist. This is why the boss of Spain put Ferran Torres, because he got criticized in the first game to make sure that he can get also, a goal. It didn't happen for him, but it's going to happen pretty soon. But I'm also happy for Oyarzabal, because people always talk about Spain not having that 9 that they used to have. Well, if you look at his numbers, they're pretty good.
14 goals and 7 assists in his last 13 appearances for Spain. Good day for him today. Were you impressed by him?
Good day, and he played only 45 minutes.
Yep.
So, same thing with Yamal. Played only 45 minutes. What they are doing, they're building him up, and like Thierry said, everybody gets minutes, and that's what you need. You need the full squad to have this activity, and they don't sit too much on the bench, so he's using everybody. That's good managing from the coach.
And Zlatan, if somebody has not seen the Spain game today, how would you describe the overall performance from them?
It's a good performance. Everybody knows who Spain is. Everybody knows their identity, the way they play. The difference from the first game and today was, I would say, Yamal, because he brings something that nobody else has, the creativity, and he only played 45 minutes. And everybody knows when you play against Spain, you have to watch out. And they're the European champion also. So.
The difference is, Yamal, because he is the identity of this particular Spanish team. And when he is on the field, we talked all about it in terms of the players that he draws and obviously the opportunity that he creates, but he opens it up. And I'm not saying that there aren't wonderful players around. The Oyarzabal thing, he's a quiet type of star, but he puts himself in really good positions. He smells opportunities, and because you have Lamine Yamal there drawing all of those defenders and creating things, it opens up more opportunities for them. So it couldn't have gone any more perfectly for Spain. And they were able to get an early goal. And that's the difference. They could have had this result in the first game against Cape Verde. Obviously, some wonderful goalkeeping. But until you break through and then you put the team on the other foot, it's difficult, especially if a team is a really, really low block, as Cape Verde was. Saudi Arabia kind of spread themselves out a little bit at times, too.
OK, I said it was an excellent day at the office. He corrected me. He says normal day at the office for Spain today. OK, fair enough. 4-0 winners against Saudi Arabia for the superior player of the match, sponsored by Michelob Ultra Mikel Oyarzabal.
But what a win and what a performance it was for Spain. Having drawn their opening game, they go through 4-0 against Saudi Arabia. It was a much, much better performance from Spain, particularly in the first half. But does their ability to make those changes at half-time rest some of the players. Does that help them as well?
Yeah, that will help the whole team get more minutes. After the intensity they put in the first half, it's difficult to sustain that in the second half. We've seen a bit slower moving the ball. They created some chances. They scored on a set piece. The last goal was offside. But I think the first half, the intensity they put was really, really good.
Just explain how much it's going to take out of that Spain team. As Cesar said, it's difficult to maintain that intensity from the first half, particularly against a team that was sitting so deep as Saudi Arabia were.
Yeah, but I think also as a coach, Thomason though, is that might be something he spoke about at half-time, to say, you know what, let's go and just keep the ball and let's play and see the game out, because there is an extra game in this World Cup with the heat, to play that intensity. If they had to push and play that intensity and try and push to win the game, I'm sure they would have, but the game was won, so they could relax a little bit. Getting Williams back on the pitch, I think, was a big plus for them. Yamal getting 45 minutes. So I think overall Spain would be really pleased with the performance and obviously the result.
Yeah, is there an opportunity there for them to, as Wayne says, practice kind of playing against that low block in conditions that are much more favourable in that air-conditioned stadium as well?
Yeah, I think that's part of it, but I think the most important thing was the performance was so good.
Yeah.
So after a draw against Cape Verde, now they got a little bit, okay, Spain, we are back. We are one of the favourites. Now we can rest players, also use the other players in the squad. Everyone feel a part of it, so I think that's a big thing as well. So this is a very good start from Spain, and now from being a little bit in doubt, it goes quick in football, then we think, okay, now they're one of the big favourites.
45 minutes for Lamine Yamal. He started the game. You said beforehand, you all said what a difference he would make to that Spain side, and we saw it right from the beginning.
Yeah, I think what we've seen from him is the way he was attacking defenders, but also the space. I think was very important. Like here, we've seen his goal. He's attacking the far post, which is very important for a winger. And that tap-in was his game is growing, is improving. Still 18, as we mentioned, and he will keep adding things to his game, like these kind of actions.
There are the eye-catching moments from him, and there are also the more subtle moments as well, Wayne.
Yeah, obviously on that goal, the details of that goal was so subtle, but it's incredible. But we mentioned at half-time as well, him running back and helping his team out. When you get a big player who is willing to put the work in, willing to run back, willing to help out, the impact that has on the rest of the team, they'll be looking at thinking, we've got, you know, a superstar running back and helping out defensively. That means that everyone else has to do it, whether they like it or not. And I'm just so excited to watch him in the rest of this World Cup, and I'm sure that's coming across. I'm so excited. He's such an enjoyable player to watch.
I mean, they're managing his minutes. 71 minutes he came on in the first game. Only played 45 in this one. And look, we always say with young players, we don't want to get too carried away, and we don't want to make comparisons with, for example, Lionel Messi. What we are going to do, Thomas, is make comparisons with Lionel Messi and take a look at how they've performed in their first 4 seasons, comparatively speaking, only because they're both young, exciting players.
Yeah, exactly. And Messi has been the best player in the world for the last 15 years or something like that. And now there's maybe one player. Mbappe was maybe the one that could get up there. Neymar, you know, you talked about that. I know there was this Messi-Ronaldo run together. But this is so impressive stats. When you look at those stats, I'm thinking, wow. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised when you asked for them that this is actually, he is beating him. I mean, he's 2 years younger. So this is super impressive. I think it's so exciting to see if he can keep it up. We talked about Messi, that's one thing, Ronaldo. And Wayne, you played Ronaldo. You played against Messi plenty of times. You've seen them, you know, and also how difficult it is to keep that unbelievable determination to go year in, year out.
Yeah, I think for Messi and Ronaldo, the dedication, how they've applied, the application they've had in terms of their career, that's the reason they're both playing in this World Cup, because they've done everything right. Hopefully Yamal can do that. But I think what's really impressive to me is when Messi came into that Barcelona team, you know, you had some top players. There was a crossover with Ronaldinho as well. And with Yamal, I think it's a little bit different. He's come into the Barcelona team, he's come into the Spain team, and they're his team. He's the main man. Everyone is looking to him to win them. Obviously, a big part to win the last Euros. he'll be a big part in why he potentially might win the World Cup. So that's what really impresses me. He's taking that pressure on at such a young age. You know, in the Euros, he was still doing GCSEs, so he hasn't got that to worry about in this one. So
he's performed even more now.
yeah, so that's what really impresses me, that he's taking this in, and you just hope that he can do that for, you know, the next 15, 20 years, the same way as Cristiano and Lionel Messi have.
As someone who's been a senior player in the dressing room with him, is he a player who's able to take on that kind of advice? Does he admire that perspective?
You can give a bit of advice, but when you see a young player like this with the confidence, with the freedom, he can create a lot of things that like I couldn't teach. You know, I'm more maybe tactically where I can give some advice, or dressing room coach. But after when he's on the pitch, I mean, he knows how to create the chance, how to take on defenders, where to stand and where to get the ball, and from there, I think he keeps growing every single game.
But sometimes with young players, they don't always want the ball, and they come in and out of games, and he's always in the game. And I think the biggest, you know, respect you can show him from his teammates, especially as every time they get the ball, they look for him. They want to give him the ball. He never shies away from it.
Yeah, and he always wants it.
Yeah, always wanted, but also we talk about, okay, there's the determination application to keep staying at this highest level. But also, how can he stay humble enough when he know everyone say he's the coming superstar? Everyone's speaking about the new Lionel Messi or Ronaldo or Mbappe. How can he stay humble enough, stay off all the scrutiny and all the trouble that will hit him the next 15 years? I think that's going to be the big test.
That's difficult as well, because I struggled a bit with it when I was like in my early 20s, and I struggled to deal with the pressure and the scrutiny both on the pitch and more so off the pitch, and you hide that in, and I've done that for many years, and so you just hope that he's got the right team around him to help him and prepare him, because he is a global superstar. You see at the stadium, everyone's got his name on the back of the shirt. In the USA as well, where, you know, football is not the biggest sport to a lot of people, so you just hope that he's allowed to just keep doing what he's doing and it doesn't get too much.
Exactly, enjoy his football.
Yeah. And the best person, I think, to give advice, or some of the best people to give advice, are people who have been through it and who have not necessarily handled it perfectly or not necessarily found it easy, as you haven't at times, Wayne. So how important would his lifestyle choices be in terms of if he wants to have the same sort of longevity as a Ronaldo or a Messi?
You're saying I like the night out?
No, I don't think that's up for debate, is it?
No, listen, of course it is. In football now, and how quick the game is, you know, and you've got all the sports science there. I think sometimes what people forget to look at is that pressure for such a young age. And I've been through it. It is very difficult to deal with, and so I'm sure as parents, and I'm sure the people at Barcelona, the people at Spain will be looking out for him and making sure, because it's incredibly difficult to deal with. And we've seen it, the two biggest role models, in my opinion, in football over the last 20 years is Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. We've seen them handle it, so it'd be nice to know that he's trying to speak to them too and see how have they handle it, how have they managed to sustain the career, still playing at the top level, still playing at World Cups at the age they are. It'd be nice to know that he has reached out, I'm sure, probably with Messi. There's a picture of him as a baby with Messi, so I'm sure that will be happening. So you just hope that we can enjoy him for the next 15, 20 years.
What's the intensity like of the scrutiny on him in Spain?
Well, the expectation is really high. He came to the national team, he was 16 years, and, the pressure, he's taking Barcelona and the national team on his shoulder, and you can see when he enters the pitch, he has the confidence, the way he behaves, the way he wants the ball, the way he takes defender, the first push to the full back. That shows more than I'm good with the ball, but I'm also strong. I want to show you that even if you come strong to me, I'm strong enough to deal with that. And some fullbacks, you sometimes want to make your own ground and you make a strong tackle, but when you see the winger is coming also for you, then you might say, well, I'm taking a bit a step back because this guy is very good, and I have to give everything I can to stop him.
Yeah, and he's got so many eyes on him, and deservedly so, because he's just provided so much entertainment. We only got 45 minutes of it today, but we will see much more of Lamine Yamal throughout the tournament. Thomas Cesar, Wayne, thank you very much for your company. So the favourites coming into this tournament, Spain, are back on form, thanks to Lamine Machine. Bye-bye.